So you have to learn all those things, right? So first of all, what is sequence? So in this mainly, I'll tell you one thing. Most of the questions from sequence and series is coming from the main basic area. The basic area in the sense either it will be an AP GP combination, mostly. Okay, so around 70 to 80% of the problems will be based on this problem, mains questions, and the rest 80% around it you can take. Rest 20% you can take from which area, like series problems, sum to n terms, you can say sum to n terms. Different formats we have, right? Different models we have. So based on that, remaining 20% of the problems will come. But advanced problems, so they can ask from anywhere. That will be different kind. But most of the problems are asking in based on the AP and the GP basic relations only. Right? So before going to that, we will discuss about what is sequence. So sequence is nothing but like what is sequence? Generally, what is sequence meaning? Sequence. Order. So what is that order? Like if you suppose in what kind of the material it will be? It will be, if it is an order, no, it will be sequence. No need to think about the weightage. The big, as for example, stones, you are going to keep it in sequence. So a small stone will be there in the beginning, and bigger stone will be there. Next small stone, small, very small, small, like the sequence will be there. So it's not like some particular order only. We have to keep it in the you keep the stones in particular order. It's not required. So any kind of the order is sequence, right? So like these are the numbers. For example, if you take 2, 4, 6, 8, some particular order it was like multiples of 2. And if it, what about this? There is no order for them. But even if you are writing some numbers in mathematics wise, if you see, if you are writing some numbers in order, no, so that is a sequence. So what is the special in this chapter? There are some sequences which are in particular order, so which are called progressions. So that is called arithmetic progression, geometric progression, and harmonic progression. You have no, and one more. Do you know what is that? One more. AGP, arithmetico-geometric progression. So some particular order they will be having. So if you are multiplying some constant term to the next term, the next term will get same constant. If you multiply, next term will get. So that will be GP. Or if you are adding some number, then one next term will come. And the same number if you add, next term will come. Same number if you add, next term will come. So that will be in particular order. That will be AP. So those kind of sequences we will discuss here now. So under the particular nth term of sequence, so like there suppose n terms we have. So the last term we will talk about this like nth term, or before that like rth term, you can say. Right? So that is also important to discuss about the sum of the series or whatever it will be. Like this is the sequence, and some of the elements of the sequence is called series. So whatever the elements we have here, whatever the numbers we have here, for example, if you add these three, so then it is called series. If you add these all the 6 terms, that is called a series. Sum to n terms of the sequence is called a series. Right? So now we'll see. For example, there is some kind of sequences we have. This is very simple basic thing only. Like nth term is given. If nth term is having some particular order, which is following some particular order, it can follow any kind of order, right? Based on our suggestions only, the order will change, right? If you are giving something different, n square minus 1, n is odd given. So I can give here n square plus n minus 1, I can give. Whatever the different order it is. So this is one kind of sequence. Out of that, this is the nth term. So now if you want to find the first 5 terms or whatever it will be, just you have to substitute the n values in this. That's it. So fine, no? The basic things these are. So this is also one kind of sequence here, like some nth term is given, then you have to find the sum of n terms, or fifth term is what, sixth term is what. So everything you can find. Now just come to what are the different things you have to learn from this one. There will be kind of AP, kind of GP, right? So what are the meaning of AP? AP just we are giving the name for that. That's it. Namesake only. You can, if you are like arithmetic is some author name maybe, the founder of the arithmetic progression. Listen, you can otherwise the Drivita progression, Raghava progression. If I found like that only. So it's not about the name actually. Okay, na? So just you have to think about what is arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression is nothing but if you add some constant term, the next term will come. Or the sequence is said to be the AP if the difference of the terms which are conjugative will be same. That is the arithmetic progression. That is also series only, sequence only. That is one kind of sequence, but name, special name now. Now on what his special name is arithmetic progression, nothing else in that, right? So, but here also, like if you have the first term is something A, and what can be the nth term? If the common difference between the terms is same, whatever the difference is coming here between the two consecutive numbers, that difference is called the common difference. You can say it is D or whatever it will be. So D is the common difference. If D is the common difference, what can be the nth term? So generally, how will find this one? A plus n minus 1 into D. See, first thing is the difference between these two terms. Generally, we will think is D. Then obviously, difference between these two also D only because it is in AP. When it comes to the difference of these two will be 2D. And the next term, if you take difference of these three will be 3D will come. So difference of A4 to A1 will be 3D. So generally we can write if you have two terms like AR and AS. And the difference of these two terms will be R minus S into D. If the common difference is D. R minus S into D. The same way if you follow, like what can be the, like according to this formula, for example, if we have nth term and first term we have A1. What is the difference of these two? N minus 1 into D. So therefore, finally A n equal to what? A1. A1 is first term plus n minus 1 into D. So A plus n minus 1 into D. That is A1 is A here. Fine. So generally, this nothing is there in this. For example, if you say nth term, just identify what is there in this. Nth term is linear in terms of n. See, it is linear equation in terms of n. For example, if I give nth term is this, what is the first term? What is the, like, what is the an equal to 2n plus 5. So generally nth term is what? Linear only. So just compare these two. What is nth term? N coefficient here, if you simplify this one, a minus d plus nd. Correct? So what is d value according to this one now? 2. So d equal to 2. That's it. What will be first term now? Based on a minus d equal to 5. So therefore, finally, a will be equal to 7. So if you know nth term, you can able to find what is the common difference and what can be the first term. Right? Otherwise, you can substitute directly also. They can do directly. What is a1 value? Put n equal to 1. It will be 7 in this. But this is common method. A2 will be what? When you substitute n equal to, what will happen? It will be 9. If you find the difference between these two, obviously it will be 2. So that you also can find. That is regular method. But you have to think smart differently. And based on the nth term, how can you able to compare that? Got it, right? Right. Yeah. So sum to n terms of an AP. How to find the sum of n terms? For example, first term is A. Second term, common difference, let us take D. So second term will be obviously A plus D. Third term will be A plus 2D. Fourth term will be A plus 3D. So on if you take. So how can we add those all the terms? See here. The very simple and basic rule I will tell you. So just these are the terms we have. So first term, second term, third term, and nth term. Okay, na? So that is, let's take Sn. Sn is sum of n terms of an AP. So now just write these order in reverse way. Reverse way means this will be the first term now. Before this term will be there. At the end, A will be there. Now just add these two numbers. What will get? A plus n minus 1. So that will be 2A plus n. Add these two now. 2A and this will be n minus 1. D plus n minus 2 to D will be n minus 1 to D. Right? The same way you can add these two. Again, same all. So like that, how many terms are there here total? This is common, right? The sum of the terms when you are added, no? So this is same. So now how many terms are there like that? N terms. That's why n times of the sum of the numbers. This number is same here, 2A plus n minus 1D. So n times of 2A plus n minus 1D. So now just we need Sn. Just sum of these two will be 2 into Sn. So Sn equal to n by 2. The 2 you have to bring it down. So n by 2 into 2A plus n minus. So if you are particularly, if you are talking about this, like n by 2, we can write A plus, you can just see, A plus n minus 1 into, can we write like this? N by 2 into. So what is A? First term. What is this one? Nth term. So that means you can write this one n by 2 into A1 plus An. First term plus last. So that will be the formula. You people wrote already that you know, but how it comes, don't know. Now you got the idea, right? How you are getting that value? Just simplification only, that one. It's clear, no? So sum of the n terms will be finally n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay. Yeah. See, he already wrote, Saurav also wrote that. So take A minus D, A plus D, 3 terms are in AP. When we have to use that? If the 3 terms are in AP and the sum of them is given, in the given question, if the sum is given, most of the times we will take A minus D, A plus D. Why we have to consider this only? But when the sum is given, if you add these 3 numbers, what will happen? D will get cancelled. We will get the value of A directly from that. So due to that reason only, we are taking that. So 3 terms are in AP whose sum is given. So what is the common difference between them? D. So that also you have to identify. That's very important. Last year mains exam, one exam they asked. They gave the difference is different. It is not common difference is D. But 2D is there. But at the end of the answer, no, we will use the value of D. D is the common difference. You try to understand. See, they gave 2D is the common difference. But we will get the value of the D at the end. But what you will think in flow? Oh, D is the common difference. But D is not common difference. Last year they asked actually. So you have to go through the problem properly. Right? So, and moreover, most of the students did the mistake. because they took D is the common difference, but D is not the common difference. So generally they will give in that format, but you have to go through the question properly. Accordingly, you can plan it, right? So for example, if 4 terms are in AP whose sum is given, then we will take the AP as A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. But what is the common difference here? 2D. Here it is D, but here it is 2D. Now, if you take 5 terms, for example, you can continue like that. If you take 5 terms, what will happen? Here A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 2D. But what is the common difference here? D. So that also you have to think. Okay, common difference is not same every case. Right? Okay. So now just some problems it will be helpful, the properties. Suppose there are some numbers. They are in AP. If you add some constant value to them, so obviously that whatever the sequence will come, that is also in AP only. Even if you multiply some constant to them, it will be in AP. Even if you subtract some constant, not only one value, for all the terms, if you subtract some constant, even though it will be AP only, but common difference will change. So if you add some constant, the common difference will be same, because same number will be added to all the terms, no? When it is added, then when you subtract, that same number will be deleted. Whatever the difference will be there previously, same difference will be there. Even if subtract some constant value also, same thing it will come. But when you multiply, no, it will be different. For example, there are 2 terms, let's take in AP. For example, AB. Yeah, AB are in AP, ABC, for example. So the difference of these two is D, the difference of these two is D. Right? So that means B minus A value is D and C minus B value also D only. Common difference is same between them because they are in AP, for example. I will multiply with constant value. Let's multiply some lambda. Lambda A, lambda B, lambda C. Now just see the difference between these two. So that is lambda times of B minus C. And what is the difference between these two? Lambda times of C minus B. But what is B minus A here? D. So therefore the common difference will become lambda D. So when you multiply only, the common difference will change. Otherwise the common difference is the same only. Right? But when you add or subtract, then common difference will be same. That's what it is. For example, if you have n terms which are in AP with the common difference is D, for example, just whatever I told now. So the constant added means the k can be negative also. Whatever the k value it is, k can be 0. If k is 0, then obviously it will be same all. If k is negative, it will be subtracted. If k is positive, it will be added. So if you add some constant value, there is no difference in the common difference. Same common difference will be there between the first, whatever the AP is given, and the same. But when you multiply, no, the common difference will change. So why k not equal to 0 is given condition here? If k equal to 0, obviously all the terms will be 0 only, no? Right? Even though it is AP only. Difference between the 0 to 0 difference is 0 only. So there is no common difference between them. It's clear, no? Properties? The basic properties actually. Arithmetic mean. Generally, what is the mean? Mean of the numbers? Average basically. Generally, we'll take average. Yeah, so you people wrote, if ABC, the mean of ABC is not B equal to A plus C by 2. The average of those 3 numbers. So how we will think about that? Like the arithmetic mean of A and B we have. Arithmetic mean of A and B means generally what we will take, suppose A is there, B is there, 2 numbers. Arithmetic mean of these 2 numbers means somewhere in between these 2 it will be there. The difference of these 2 and difference of these 2 will be same. If AM is the arithmetic mean between A and B, then A, AM and B will be there in arithmetic progression. If it is same, then tell me what will happen. AM minus A and B minus AM is same according to arithmetic progression rule. If it is same, then what will get? 2 times of AM equal to A plus B. Therefore, AM equal to what? A plus B by 2. So, arithmetic mean between any two numbers will be 3. You can take for between 3 numbers also. That is called an average actually. Right? Any doubt in this? Is it clear? Right. So, simply, if you have 2 numbers, the arithmetic mean is A plus B by 2. If you have n numbers, no, the arithmetic mean is average of these numbers. 1 by n into sum of the terms. That is the arithmetic mean. So that's what. So how we got this one means, if AM is the arithmetic mean between A and B, then the numbers A, AM and B must be in AP. If it is in AP, then whatever we discussed previously, so the difference must be same. From there only we will get this value. Clear? Right. Yeah. So n arithmetic means are inserted between two given numbers. Like what they will ask basically here, just we are learning the formulas and all. So between, I will give two numbers, like 1 and 7 for example. I will ask you to insert between 1 and 7, insert some numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 7 here. 5 numbers I am asking you to insert between them. So that the whole sequence must be in AP. Right? Got it, no? The whole sequence must be in AP. So including this, we have to insert accordingly. AP means what? The common difference between these two must be, say, D. For example, if you take D, the common difference between these two will be 2D. Will be 2D. Between these two will be 3D. Between these two will be 4D. Between these two will be 5D. Between these two will be 6D. That means 7 minus 1. The difference of 7 minus 1 must be 6D. 6 into common difference D. So therefore, from here, what is D value? 1. If I ask you to take some number, if only 4 numbers I am asking, for example, this number is not there. Now tell me what is that? Between these two, I am asking you to insert 4 numbers only. D, 2D, 3D, 4D, and this is 5D. So that will be 5. So what is D value now? It will be 6 by 5. So D value 6 by 5 we got. Now what can be the numbers now? Just add 6 by to this. Look at the next number. Or tell me what is that number now? 1 plus 6 by 5. It will be 11 by 5. 11 by 5 plus 6 by 5. 17 by 5. The next number will come. Next, 23 by 5. Next, 29 by 5. So these are the numbers you have to insert. So now we are inserting only 4 numbers between 1 and 7, so that the whole sequence must be in AP. Yes, it is in AP only. What is the common difference between them? 6 by 5. So generally, we'll see now. This is just example, right? So if there are n terms, for example, in between A and B, so that the whole sequence must be in AP. Got it, no? Like according to this one, let's tell me now, what is the difference of these two? Same format we will follow. This, D. What is the difference of these two? 2D. Difference of these two? ND. Next, difference of these two? N plus 1 into D. Increasing, no? So n plus 1. So that's what it is. The difference of these two. B minus A difference is what? B minus A difference is n plus 1 into d. So therefore, obviously, what is d value now? B minus a by n plus 1. So that's what it is actually. So d value we got now. D equal to b minus a by n plus 1. But generally, what we will do to get these terms? A1 is what? A plus d. Right? A2 is what? A plus 2d. For example, if you take some number like ak, so ak will be what? A plus kd. Correct or not? So now if you want ak value, a value we know. D value we'll get from that, like this formula. And k value he will give. Because he has to ask something means he has to give the value of k, no? Like I will ask you between 1 and 7 and insert 100 numbers. Out of that, what is the 51st number? So in order A to 7, I will ask it insert 100 numbers. Out of that, from the A1, capital A1, what is the 51st number? 51 means K. Right? No? So in place of K, you can substitute that number. So they will ask accordingly. Is it clear? So therefore, finally, what you can say, if we have A and B, two numbers, between those two numbers, you are going to insert n numbers. Right? Out of those n numbers, particular number, particular term from the beginning, if you want to find, so you will use this formula. That is A plus K into D. The D value is minus B minus A by n plus 1. Fine. Now, the best part in this is, like, for example, if you add these all the numbers which are inserting between A and B, whatever the numbers you are adding, if you add these all the numbers, the sum of those numbers will be equal to n into average of the first number and last number. If you add all of them, like how it will get, for example, just a minute. Not coming in. So for example, so like what you took, like A and B are the two numbers. We are inserting n numbers between them. Those numbers are A1, A2, and so on, AN numbers. Right? So what will be these numbers? All the numbers. First number is what? A plus D. Second number is what? A plus 2D. And we are adding those numbers. No, let's take some of them now. A plus 2D. Next plus A plus 3D. And so on. How many numbers we are adding? N numbers. A plus ND. So we need the sum of these all the numbers which are going to be inserted between A and B. Right? Now tell me how many A's are there here? N A's are there. So NA plus D. Take D common. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to so on N. What is sum of n terms of NAP? N into n plus 1 by 2. So you might be thinking like how will you get the 10 into n plus 1 by 2? Just simple, just like arithmetic progression we wrote no previously. 1 plus 2 plus up to so on n minus 1 and n. Some of them we need. So let's take this is yes then. And same as write in reverse order. N next n minus 1. Next up to so on. This number will be here 2. And next one is 1. So what is sum of these two? N plus 1. Sum of these two? Sum of these two n plus 1. Sum of these two also n plus 1. So n plus 1, how many times it is coming? N times. So therefore, just add these now. 2s. So 2s equal to n times of n plus 1. So therefore s equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Very simple way you can use the AP formula even though, so directly also you can get them, right? Okay. So now this is n into n plus 1 by 2 into d. N into n plus 1 by 2 plus into b minus a by n plus 1. Just n plus 1 get cancelled. Now if you take LCM, what will get now? So just take n plus 1 now. So this will be taking n by 2 common, let us take. N by 2 common. So then you will get 2a here, right? 2a plus b minus c. So therefore, n by 2 times of a plus b. Can we write this one? N times of a plus b by 2. So sum of the arithmetic, n arithmetic means between a and b is equal to n times of arithmetic mean between a and b. That is arithmetic mean between a and b only, no? So sum of n terms of an arithmetic mean means between a and b is equal to n times of arithmetic mean between a and b. Is it clear my point? Right. So that's what it is. So like the point is overall, the sum of n arithmetic means inserted between a and b is equal to n times of arithmetic mean between a and b. Yeah. So some basic questions now. For example, there is 11th term is given. So which are in AP is 80 and the 16th term is 110. Then what is the, so basic all the models mostly it will be like that only. So to confuse you, they will give some little bit clumsy. Otherwise, the problems from the sequence and series from mains will be very easy. Advanced, so you have to think a little bit. Mains though is very simple actually. Okay, so let's see this question. The 11th term of an AP is 80 and the 16th term is, so what is the nth term generally? A plus n minus 1 into d. So what is given? 11th term. 11th term is how much? 80. Now put n equal to 11. 11th term, no? N equal 11. N equal 11 means this is A11. A11 means it will be 80 equal to A plus. We don't know. Only we know n value. N equal 11 if you substitute A plus 10d. That is one equation. And next one is what? 16th term. So what is that? 110. So 110 equal to n equal 16, right? A plus 15d. Just simplify these two equations. That's it. So what is the difference of these two terms? Like 110 minus 80, 30. So 30 equal to difference of these two is 0. Difference of these two is 5d. So therefore d equal to 6. So just substitute d equal to 6 in any one of the equation out of these two, you get a value. So tell me what is a value from this one? D equals 6. D equals 6, 60. 60, 80 minus 60, 20. So you get 20. So every problem it will be like this only. See, whatever the terms are required, A and D we don't know. First term they didn't give, and common difference they didn't give. We don't know about these two. To find them, so they need compulsory two conditions. So they have to give them. Obviously, they will give two conditions. Based on those two conditions, you can able to find A and D values. Once you find A and D values, then whichever the term it is, either 30th term, 50th term, whatever the term, you can able to find them. So what will be 30th term now? A30 equal to A plus A value 20, N minus 1, 29, D value. That's it. Let's multiply. Let's try the next question then. Let's try this one. Pth term is 1 by Q. Qth term is 1 by P. Then what will be the Qth term of NAP? So there are two conditions given now. So based on that A and D values, you can able to find. Just try now. Slowly you simplify them, you'll get the answer. That's one. Slowly simplify, no need to think much. So P at the term AP. AP means there will be 1 by Q. 1 by Q equal to A plus P at the term means P minus 1 into D. Q at the term means again 1 by P. 1 by P equal to A plus Q minus 1 into D. So you have to take the difference of these two, like to find the values of, if you know values of A and D, you can able to get them. So difference of these two is what anything you can take. So this minus this you will take 1 by Q minus 1 by P equal to A minus A will be 0. So P minus 1 minus Q minus 1 into D. That means 1 will get cancelled, P minus Q into D. So here if you take LCM, this will be equal to what? P minus Q by PQ. So you can cancel P minus Q. So therefore D equal to 1 by PQ. So D value substitute in that. So what will get now? So 1 by any one of them you can take 1 by Q equal to A plus P minus 1 into D value, how much it is? 1 by PQ. Now this will be equal to A plus P by PQ will be 1 by Q minus 1 by PQ, which will cancel, no? So therefore A equal to 1 by PQ. Now he is asking PQth term. PQth term is what? APQ, right? This is equal to what? A plus PQ minus 1 into D. PQ minus 1. So what is A value? 1 by PQ plus PQ minus 1 into what is D value? Again 1 by PQ. So therefore, if you simplify, just 1 by PQ, if you take common, so PQ minus 1 plus 1. So PQ or PQ by PQ, it will be 1. Clear? So different models next onwards. See this question. Divide 20 into 4 parts. Divide 20 into 4 parts which are in AP. That means what is basically they gave? One number you are divided into 4 parts. That means sum of the numbers only given, no? Sum of the numbers is given and 4 parts. So just now we discuss. So what you have to take the numbers, what you have to consider numbers now? A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D. So consider those numbers and just take it. And what is given? Not only one term. So one more condition such that the ratio of product of first and fourth to the product of second and third will be equal to 2 by 3. That means first and fourth means A1 by A1 into A4 by A2 into A3. Ratio is how much? 2 by 3. So that ratio also given. So now they have to see, obviously every time to find A and D values, they will give some relations. So those relations you have to apply. Sometimes they will include GP also. First numbers are in AP, second, third, fourth, sixth numbers are in GP. So that condition also they will give. So accordingly you have to plan. Just try now. What are the numbers you have to consider here? A minus 3D. So obviously from there you will get A value, no? When you add them, so 4A will come. Right, no? So we are talking about the numbers A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. So these are the numbers you will consider. So what is the sum? See, which number we divide into 4 parts basically? 20. So 20 means the sum of these numbers must be in AP and 20 also. So already in AP, common difference is 2. Yes. So therefore, what is sum of these all the numbers? Sum equal to what? 4A. 4A must be equal to 20. And A value 5. So now how will get D value means from this condition. Use this condition. So what is that? A minus 3D. A minus 3D into A plus 3D by A minus D into second and third, A plus D must be equal to how much? 2 by 3. So just substitute A value and just square, not require squaring. And the A plus B into A minus B format, A square minus 9D square by A square minus D square equal to 2 by 3. Tell me what is the value of D now from here? 1 or minus 1? Both can be. So D will be plus or minus 1. So if you take plus D, what will happen? If you take minus D, what will happen? The order might be different. Order of the sequence might be different, but the numbers will be same only. If you take 1, then what will happen? It is an increasing order. If you take minus 1, it will be in decreasing order. That's nothing else. Same numbers only, either increasing or decreasing order we get. D equal plus or minus 1. So therefore, 4 parts of the number 20 are 2, 4, 6. Just you have to substitute in the first consider, no? Like first number is a minus 3D, we consider. Second a minus D, next a plus D, and next D a plus 3D. Just substitute in that, you will get the values of all the 4 parts of 20. Any doubt in this? So now it is given like a sequence is in AP and whose nth term is given. Is that sequence? No, it's not given in AP, but it was given like nth term given, whether it will be in AP or not. Is it in AP? If not, why? Nth term must be linear. Just now we discussed. If nth term is not linear equation in terms of n, then it is not in AP. Simple. So every point is important. Clear now? So nth term is not in AP. Just can, if the sequence is in AP, then nth term must be linear in terms of n. Otherwise, this is not a AP sequence. For example, here nth term, okay, fine. I'll give Sn now. Sn equal to, suppose, some number, some sequence like 2n squared that plus 4n plus 3. For example, this is sum of n terms of AP. Okay, what is first term? How will say it is 9? Will it become AP? Will form an AP. So when the sum is given, will it be an AP? Think once. What is sum of n terms of an AP? N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So means the sum is multiple of n. So constant term should not be there in that. So this because of this constant term is not going to form an AP. Okay, it's fine. Now sum of n terms is given. What is nth term? Nth term an equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. Sum of n terms minus sum of n minus 1 terms if you take, you will get nth term obviously. Right? So this difference you have to take. It may be, it's not in AP, but maybe in some other sequence. Not in AP. Why is not in AP? AP means compulsory is multiple of n. For example, if it is multiple of n, for example, if I take Sn equal to 2n square plus 7n. For example, this is Sn. So what is first term? What you can take first term? You have to convert this based on this I'm asking about. This is sum of n terms. Right? So basically it is n by 2, no? According to the formula. You can able to find general method also. First term S1 means sum of one term only. One if you substitute, you get first term. N equal to, if you substitute first and second term sum in this. Otherwise, you can be able to find nth term also by using this. By using this formula, you can able to find nth term also. But without finding them, generally how will do? Like we know the formula n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, right? So if I take n by 2 common, what will get now? 4n plus 7 by 2, right? Okay, now next n by 2 plus into next 2 times of, so you have to take n minus 1 into d, no? A plus n minus 1 into d. So here n minus 1 must be there. So 4 into, so let's see here, 4 into n minus 1, let's take. So now how much you have to take here now? What is the constant value? From 7 by 2 we have. So minus 4 we took here, plus 4 you have to add here. Yes or no? So how much it is? So 15 by 2. Now just check it out. Is it same or not? 4 and asterisk. 15 by 4 minus 4. It is 7 by 2 only. 15 by 2. By 2. So 15 by 2 minus 4. So now from here, n by 2 plus 2a into n minus, what is, okay, n by 2 into 2 times of a. That means 15 by 4 plus n minus 1 into common difference, I can take 4 here. So what is first term now? 15 by 4. What is the what will be the common difference? 4. So we can compare. So without doing all those things, we can do another way also. Like here, constant term is there means it is not in AP. Without constant term, if you have anything like this, it will be AP only. But if it is in AP, then generally how will you find without doing it? So we are comparing with the nth term, right? Without comparing nth term, we can able to find an, right? What is an? 2n square plus 7n. That is Sn. And what is Sn minus 1? 2 times of n minus 1 whole square plus 7 times of n minus 1. So that you can take. Two times of n minus 1 whole square. Stuck in there. It will go. So what I take? 2n square plus 4n, right? 7n. That is Sn. So we need an now. An equal to what? Sn minus 1. Sn is nothing but 2n square plus 7n. And Sn minus 1 will be 2 times of n minus 1 whole square plus 7 times of n minus 1. So if you simplify that, you will get an value. If you know nth term, obviously you will get first, second, third, whatever the terms will be there, so all the terms you will get. And nth term here compulsory will be linear in terms of n. So this finally what I'm talking about this point is sum of the n terms will be quadratic, but constant should not be there. Because n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. And nth term will be linear in terms of d. Then only it will become AP. This is the basic things, fundamental values like based on the properties you can say. For example, A, B, C are in AP. So whether these terms will be in AP or not, you have to prove it. Then what you have to use? Just use the properties. If you add or if you multiply any constant value, it will be in AP only to these numbers. So here ABC are in AP. A, B, C. Which number you have to multiply to get this format? 1 by ABC. So 1 by ABC, 1 A by ABC, B by ABC, C by ABC. So I multiplied 1 by ABC to these numbers. So obviously these are in AP. That means these are also in AP only. Why? Just multiplying some common is maybe different. I'm not asking about common difference, no. So whether it will be in AP or not. So obviously this is nothing but 1 by BC. This is 1 by AC. This is 1 by AB. So obviously they are in AP. Okay, na? Something different here. See, how will think that how will get the idea to multiply this now? For example, just something I multiplied. Okay, forget about that. Just you think like how we'll get these terms. A, B, C and AP, then you have to prove that A square into B plus C, B square into C plus C, and C square into A plus B are also in AP. Two different ways you can do it. What is that? Generally, AP means what? That a common difference must be same. So I'll take the difference between these two based on the condition, because ABC and AP means B minus A equal to C minus B equal to some common difference I will take. Now I will use the same conditions here also when I am finding the difference between these two, when I am finding the difference between these two. If it is coming same in terms of D, then it will be in AP. That's general method. But how can we find generally? Just think the numbers what are there in this. You multiply A inside A into AB plus BC. Here B into BC plus A. And here C into AC plus CB or BC. What all terms are coming in that? AB, BC, CA term scheme. For example, suppose one more term, like if you have one more term here, so what will happen to that number? It will become ABCR and AP. If I have one more number to these numbers, what is that number? Here CA must be there. Here AB. Here B, AB. Here AB. Here BC, no? BC plus BA, right? BC plus BA. Yeah. So CA must be there. So if CA is there, then the term will be common, no, for all of them. So if the same term is added to the multiplied, then it will be AP. So that's why multiplying here with AB plus BC plus CA. If you multiply AB plus BC plus CA to these terms, obviously it will be AP. Now just multiply all the numbers now, one by one. Just multiply A inside. So you'll get this term. Is it clear? Now what is common between these three terms? So subtract ABC now. Once you subtract ABC, then remaining also will be AP only. So I subtracted ABC. Once ABC is subtracted, what will be left in this? A square into B plus C. What is left in this? B square into A plus C. Here, C square into A plus B. Yes, that's what it is asking. Right? So, how many of you are from state board? All are state board only? State board, huh? CBSC? CBSC. Okay. Any other boards? What all boards we have? I see. In that booklet, these models will be there. Intermediate. CBS, it won't be there. State, I don't think, was not there. Okay, ICSC only, these models are there. Prove like this. After completing AP, these questions are there in that. Right. Regular intermediate itself and ICSC, these models are there. Same. Now tell me how we'll do this. So what can be added to them? A by B plus A by C. So previous way we have to solve them. This question also same procedure you have to solve. Think. పర్లేదు అవునండి చెప్పు ABC are in AP. We have to prove these three numbers are in AP. So I don't solve with the method which I told in the beginning. Which one? The difference is equal to D, and the difference also same if it is coming in terms of D, then that's fine. That is also one way of doing that. But directly, how will you get? Just multiplying something like differently. So these models will present in solutions of triangles also. There also same way. They will give the relation between ABC or relation between angles. They will ask you to prove like whether it will be in AP or not. Previously also they asked questions in advance. So that is also important. So that this method is very important. Multiplying by 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. So okay, if I multiply ABC value with 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C, and here B with the 1 by A plus 1 by B 1 by C, and C with the 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. So that will be in AP. So now when you multiply inside, you will get what? 1 plus A into 1 by B plus 1 by C. Here 1 plus B into 1 by A plus 1 by C. And here 1 plus C into 1 by A plus 1 by B. Not C. Now that 1 we can cancel, can remove 1. If these are in AP only. If you remove constant value, even though those numbers are in AP only. So those numbers are here only. That 1 A into 1 by B plus 1 by C. B into 1 by C plus 1 by A, and C into 1 by A plus 1 by B. AP only. Okay. Now this differently, just multiplying, dividing, like from previous one you can take that. This is the last one in this class. Now tell me how we'll solve this. I think we have one up to 115, right? Then it's fine, no problem. This is also important and different model, and it was there in ICSE booklet, this model. One mains question also they ask based on this. The ratio of sum of two APs, two different APs. Common difference is not same. You should be clear about the points, whatever they are giving here. Accordingly, just note it down first. Okay, when you are practicing the questions also, so clearly write what is given and what we have to find. So it was there in your mind in the beginning, no? Slowly, 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 no need to required, like not required to write everything. Slowly, slowly, it will develop in your mind. Three n plus one by four n plus three. So that is the ratio of the sum of in terms of two APs. So two different APs, and tell me the sum of n terms of n AP. N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. That is the sum of in terms of first AP. Second AP, n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. But it's not same AP, no? We will take a to d2. Different first terms and different common differences. Right. So obviously these two get cancelled. What is asking? Mth terms ratio. In place of mth terms, no, they can give any constant value also. They can give what is the ratio of, for example, first AP is there. So something like A, first AP, T10, let us take. Second AP, S5, let us take. 10th term, 5th term ratio. Both the ratios must be same, no? What will be the ratio of these two? Like that is asked. But what is the generally what is nth term generally? For example, first AP you take. Tell me what is nth term? Mth term or nth term? A plus A1 plus n minus 1 to D1 by second AP A2 plus n minus 1 into D2. Yeah, this is the what format we need here also. That ratio we need. Is asking, for example, is here nth term I am taking. If you ask me mth term, in place of n, we will replace m. If you ask me 10th term, in place of n, 10 you will replace. So that format, how will get here? Where is the difference? 2 should not be there. 2 should not be there. So we have to eliminate 2. Okay, I'm just taking different value here. So nth term, right? M minus 1 into D1. M minus 1 into D2. Yeah. Now just eliminate 2 from this part. Take A1 coefficient 2 and A2 coefficient 2, right? So remove that. So A1 plus n minus 1 by 2 into D1 by A2 plus n minus 1 by 2 into D2 is equal to what? It's same only. 3n plus 1 by 4n plus 3. But now how will compare that? in place of n minus 1 by 2, I need m minus 1. So what I will substitute now, n minus 1 by 2, I will take m minus 1. So what will be n minus 1 value? 2m minus 2. So n equal to what? 2m minus 3 minus 1. So replace this value in place of n in both of them. In place of n, replace this value. That is what? 2m minus 1. If we replace n equal to m minus 1, what will happen to this one? This is obviously m minus 1. So from this, what will get now? a1 plus m minus 1 into d1 by a2 plus m minus 1 into d2 is equal to how much now? In place of n, here also replace 2m minus 1 value. So what will get now? 3 times of 2m minus 1 plus 1 by 4 times of 2m minus 1 plus 1. So overall it is coming 6m minus 2 by 8m minus 4 plus 1 minus 3. So that is the ratio of mth terms. For example, if I ask 50th term ratio is what? The ratio of sum of n terms of two ABS is this 3n plus 1 by 4n plus 3. Then what is the ratio of, for example, the ratio of 50th terms? For example, like A1, A2, A3 up to so on, AN, B1, B2, B3 up to so on, BN. Some ratios. Okay, so the ratio of particular terms. The 50th means, so n minus 1 by 2 must be equal to 50 minus 1. A1 plus 50 minus 1 into D1, right? Here also A2 plus 50 minus 1 into D2, right? So this must be equal to 50 minus 1. So that means n minus 1 by 2 equal to 50 minus 1, it is 49. So what can be n value now? 98 plus 1, 99. So just substitute this in this. So if you find the ratio, what is it? 50th term ratio, right? We are finding 50th term ratio. Tell me now, substitute 99 in this. 298. So 298 by 399. So that is the ratio. Understood, no? So that way they can ask, like, just remember this procedure, how you are doing this one. Basically, whatever is required, based on that we are working. So this 2 value we remove because first term of mth terms will be just constant, first terms only here. So that's why we remove this 2 from this part. And whatever is coming here in place of d, like what is the product of d1 here? N minus 1 by 2. N minus 1 by 2 must be equal to minus 1. That we have to take. Clear? Huh?